The big Manchester derby. What a game to start off with, by the way. One side, trophies absolutely filled to the brim. Then we have City. United actually have a great record against the Citizens, with obviously one of my favourite moments being that glorious 3-2 comeback in 17-18. Pogba, Smalling. But they have a little tiny thing over us. Haaland. Yep. Him. 21 goals in 19 Premier League matches, need I say more? Why not? I'm actually going to back my team, as a loyal United supporter should do, seeing as Erik ten Hag is currently at the wheel. What a manager, everyone was wrong by the way. 1-0 to United, where Rashford, he'll back again. Genuinely one of the best players in the world right now. Absolute class. Villa are looking very, very good, with Emery seeming to actually fix basically all of the issues that Villa fans have with Gerrard. I thought we learnt this, guys. Never put your faith in Gerrard. Yeah. Do I really need to talk about that little slippery situation? They're 3 points behind Chelsea in 11th, and on the other hand, you have Leeds in 14th. Stop. Just stop. Stop saying that Leeds are going to get relegated. You have no backing or no evidence at all to make me think that that will happen. Stop. In the last two matches, the White Roses have drew both. It ain't bad, but they're just showing that they need a little bit more oomph. Yeah, I think that's the right word, to take all 3 points. Simple, boring 2-1 Villa win, where Ings will bag a screamer. You heard it first. Wolves showed fight against Liverpool in the FA Cup by drawing 2-2. No, they should not have done that. It should have been 3-2. Absolute nightmare refereeing decision. Filthy. I'm seeing this positive, rejuvenated Wolves side, and it's getting me all hyped up, because I'm used to that boring, slow Wolves under Bruno Lage. Saying that, the stats don't lie. They're 19th in the relegation zone. They need this 3 points. I can't stress enough. Another team that would need the 3 points is the opposition. The Hammers also need the win, seeing as they're 17th on the same points as the Toffees in 18th. It ain't good enough. My West Ham mate seems to think that Moisey needs to go. And Ben said that as well. Editor Ben has said that. What? There is... Oh, I'm sorry. Surely you guys don't agree with them, because that is crazy. You've got to look at what he's done to the club. He took you in probably one of the worst positions you could be in, and just he made you into European superstars, a team that basically was this close from getting to the Europa League final. I disagree. 1-1. I've just realised that Forest are 15th. What? When did this happen? It's not just me, right? Because last time I've talked about Forest, I clearly remember them being slumped in the relegation zone, having no chance of escaping it. Cooper's side recently won against a horrific Saints side, and maybe, just maybe, they'll come across more confident, more upbeat, more quick. Leicester have lost all 3 of their last Premier League games. It does ask the question, how reliant are they on James Maddison? I'm still a little bit annoyed that he didn't get that much game time at the World Cup, because he's just that good. I believe he needs to make that move to a Newcastle. I think go in for him this January. Go in for him, Newcastle. Get him, lad. Get him. 3-2 to Forest. What a game. Trust me, one to watch. Please stop hyping up this Liverpool side. They're not getting top 4. I've seen so many football influencers saying they're getting top 4. They're not. They are horrific. Núñez is apparently a world-class player, sheerly on his ability for his movement. Yeah, he's a world-class striker because of his movement. Yeah, that's very smart, isn't it? It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Brighton, they've kept up form with De Zerbi in the dugout, and they look unstoppable at the moment. And if they win this, well, which they'll want to do, they'll go 2 points above the Reds. Mitoma specifically is looking absolutely banging. Defensively, he's capable. He's doing his job defensively. And the cherry on top is that he scored 2 in his last 2 Premier League games. Not bad at all. 2-0 to Brighton. I'm calling it. I'm going to look like an absolute genius. Just hear me out. They have actually scored 9 in their last 2 games. So that issue where they can't score goals it's out of the window. They've thrown that out of the window. Also, don't forget, they scored 2 against Arsenal. I give you my word that if Everton sack Lampard, they will be making a horrific decision and it will come back to bite them. It just takes them back to level 1. They need a manager that they're going to stick by no matter what. It's not like Benitez, is it? You know, he was getting bad results and he was playing like absolute crap. At least here, you know, I'm seeing Lampard's side play attractive football. They didn't play that bad against us. By the way, keep this in mind, before Moyes left, before Lampard joined, Everton didn't even know what a logical signing was. Mashiri, please don't be an idiot. I'm a massive fan of Lampard and you'll just be making a massive mistake. I'm not even going to talk about Southampton. They're just that bad. 1-0 comfortable win for the Toffees, where possession and shots will be 100% for them. I'm worried about Bournemouth, if I'm honest, because the negative side of making a caretaker manager, the actual gaffer, it's a real thing now. It's real, you know. It's not that fairy tale, it's not that summer fairy tale. And I think mentally that's affecting O'Neill's performances. I think he's acted a little bit like a bottle job. The Cherries have lost all 5 of their last matches, and I mean it's gonna take a massive, fantastic team talk to get them to even challenge this Brentford side. Brentford, they just beat Liverpool 3-1 and are dominating games like no one's business. It'll be easy for them. I'm going to say 3-0 where Tony gets a brace. Cheeky little brace. Why not? That's funny. Oh, Chelsea, they're in the mud. They're absolutely done, mate. Absolutely in the mud. Screw Champions League. Screw Europa League. Heck, oh my, even screw the Conference League. They are absolutely in the mud. Chelsea fans, I genuinely feel so sorry for you. Because although the injuries are crazy, I mean, that is so unlucky. I blame Bowley. I mean, what is this scattergun approach for the club? You know, it's not helping. You've had the same midfield, basically, since 2018. You signed Kovacic and Jorginho in 2018, and you've tried to replace them with these terrible players. You're buying the wrong players.
Sometimes my genius is... it's almost frightening.
The completely wrong players. And by the way, I do not believe that Bowley has been scouting Enzo Fernandez for 8 months. There is no chance that that's been happening. He just saw him on the telly. On the telly, I don't even know the American channels, and just thought, that's a cheeky little player. He's got a World Cup medal. Let's get him in. 1-0 to Palace. I like what they've been doing recently, and why not? I'll reward them with a cheeky W. You know, it's actually funny, because if Palace actually win this, they'll be on the same points as Chelsea. Just putting that out there. What's happened to Newcastle? I mean, literally, this time last year, they were rock bottom, in the mud, 20th in the Premier League. Now they're favourites for top 4. Gotta give them credit. Eddie Howe at the wheel. On to Fulham, and I've only got praise for them as well. I mean, Marco Silva has done absolute bits with Fulham. They're currently sitting in 7th, and probably the most important reason for that is big boy Mitro. 11 Premier League goals in 15 games is exactly the reason why Fulham are doing superb. And I just think tactically, they're fantastic. They know when to sit back, they know when to defend, and then they know when to spring a counter-attack. And that is what's going to get them a cheeky draw here. It's going to be 1-1. You heard it first. Saving the second best for last. Yeah, that's not a saying, but yeah, we move. The London derby. It's been touted as one of the best derbies in England, but here it's going to have no importance. I mean, Spurs are looking Europa League right in the eyes, which is quite embarrassing for them. And then Arsenal, they're sitting top of the league, 5 points clear of City. What's going on here? I have an Arsenal mate. I've got to admit, I like to annoy him. I like to get a cheeky little reaction out of him, because sometimes he just texts me who's first, and I've just had enough, so I just say United's first in the Premier League. I throw all of reality out of the window. But I will say, Conte, he's going to get schooled by someone half his age. Spurs just haven't been dominating games, and they're such an annoying club. They are such an annoying club, because 1 minute you think, oh, they've been getting all 100% wins this month. Next month is going to be where they solidify top 4. Then, yeah, I mean, they lose against clubs half their size. 4-1 to Arsenal. Call me crazy, but it's happening, lads. I think Arsenal are playing really well at the moment, and there aren't really reasons I can think of to drop this momentum. If you ain't subscribed, what are you doing? Give me a chance. Check out my Ronaldo video. I have some pretty heated opinions on that. And yeah, please. I'm out. See ya. Subscribe!